But you have criminal charges pending against you for family violence.
They're not set in stone. I was convicted, but I was wrongfully convicted, and my lawyer's actually working on it.
Court is $1,022 a month starting February 1st, 2025.
And that would be after the 160 a week in insurance?
Yes.
Okay, yes, I understand.
Okay. And you stated that you're not in agreement with that.
We both don't want it, no.
And why are you not in agreement with it?
Because I have the baby, about half the time I buy a whole bunch of stuff for her, food, diapers, everything, and I don't think it's necessary because I spend a lot of money on her and take care of her as well.
All right. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Lightfoot, how much of a week do you have the child?
I have her about half the time. I would say we help each other as we go. Our work schedules are a little weird. So we about every other day, just whenever we need each other's help. We're trying to be a family again, sir. We've had a rocky past, but we both love this baby and we love each other.
That didn't answer my question, though. I need to know what a typical week looks like.
About every other day.
Okay. And how long y'all been doing that?
That's three months or so, 3-4 months.
Okay. And when was this alleged family violence?
Right. I'm not too sure, honestly. About 5 months ago or so, 5-6 months. Do you know when it was, Taylor? I don't even
Don't
remember.
ask her. I'm asking you.
Um,
So it's been over the 3 months?
yes, sir. That's when we started that. And we mainly go through her dad with the baby.
You go through your dad every other day?
Not every other day, but sometimes if she's not around.
Well, I don't understand that. Explain more.
Well, I meet him if she's not available, if she's at work, or I meet her with the baby.
So you have to talk to her father every time that y'all need to exchange a child?
No, sir, not every time. No.
So what about the other times?
Then I meet with her. I meet with her somewhere.
Or he'll drop her off at my house.
I didn't ask you anything. So why is the father involved, Mr. Lightfoot? The grandfather?
The grandfather, just because I'm cool with him, and what do you? I meet with both of them. If Taylor is still at work, I'll meet him if she's still at work.
Okay. How do you get notified that you need to pick up the child?
I either talk with her or her dad, and we meet somewhere.
Okay. All right, Ms. Williams, tell me your version of what y'all been doing for the last 3 months.
So he goes to work at like 3 a.m. I sometimes don't get off until 7 p.m. I'm a housekeeper. So yeah, we both have, like, if it was just me or just him taking care of her, it would be hard either to get her to daycare or to pick her up from daycare. So like the best way to make sure she's not at daycare from 6 to 6 is like he'll drop her off. If my daughter stays the night with Cole, then he'll drop her off that morning. And I rent a house from my dad, so he's there a lot of the times. So I'll get her in the morning, get us ready. I'll take her to school. And if I'm working late and I can't pick her up by 6 o'clock when they close, I'll call my dad, and my dad will call him, ask to pick her up. Since he goes to work at 3 a.m., he gets off very early. So typically, like, as long as there's communication, there's no problem.
Okay. And how old is this child, Ms. Williams?
She's 2.5. She'll be 3 in June.
Okay, so does she spend daycare from Monday through Friday?
Yeah, most of the time.
And who pays for the daycare?
I pay for it and he pays for her insurance. Like we have a mutual agreement that's pretty peaceful right now. Like we both said it was very rocky at first, but we both want our kid to have happy, peaceful parents and happy, peaceful lives because we both came from
Yeah.
broken families.
But you have criminal charges pending against you for family violence.
They're not set in stone. I was convicted, but I was wrongfully convicted, and my lawyer's actually working on it. The only reason I got
And was
arrested
that
was
between you
because
and
it
him?
was
Was
an
that
occur.
between you and him?
Yeah, but
All
like
right.
I was gonna say is
I don't need
it
to
was
know
a
more than that. That's
reoccurring.
fine. That's all I need to know. I don't need you to make an admission here in court that you might be held against you later on. So just trying to understand the situation. Okay. I mean, y'all have an unusual situation, but I got a rule on it. The parts I'll agree to, those are fine. I've got to change conservatorship since there's been family violence to sole managing conservatorship instead of joint managing, mainly because there's been family violence in your case. I know it wasn't Mr. Lightfoot necessarily, but I can't do one without the other. So I got to change that part of your agreement. The other parts I'll agree to are fine. As far as child support is concerned, Mr. Lightfoot needs to pay child support. I don't have any way to control how like what you're gonna do with the money. So if he is actually spending half the time, you can always give it back to Mr. Lightfoot. But I've got to do a full order. Okay, so
No way to stop
can't
it,
do
sir.
half. So I'm doing child support at $1,000 a month beginning February 1st. If y'all wind up getting back together again, or getting married or something like that, then y'all can always modify the order, but the payments will have to be paid, and then you'll have to depend on Ms. Williams maybe to refund you if you have half of the possession. I can't order no child support in this case. We do the whole thing unless there's it's very clear, and it's not very clear here what y'all are doing. The child's in daycare, and that child support can pay for the daycare. All right, that's my ruling. I know y'all may not agree
I have
with
a
it, and
question.
that's what I'm going to rule. So the court is going to sign off on an order. The Attorney General's office is going to draft me an order for me to sign, and only payments paid through the child support office will count. And y'all are done with court.
About
You
the
can proceed.
conservatorship.
I already answered that. Sole managed conservatorship. All right, y'all are
I
free.
have
I
the
gotta
sole.
move on to other cases. Thank you.